Disclaimer, I am blind and cannot see or adjust the picture, so if the picture is lousy, then that's just a blind person making a video. It's kind of what happens. Hi everyone, it's like almost 8 o'clock at night, and I actually vlogged today, but you're not going to see it because I deleted it, and I'll tell you why. Even though I don't know how to edit, I listened to the video before I put it up. I think I've said this in previous vlogs. I listened to the video to make sure that it sounds at least somewhat decent, that clip 1 is before clip 2 and clip 2 is after clip 1, and clip 20 isn't sandwiched between clip 7 and clip 8. But today, as I watched my so-called vlog, oh my goodness, it was, first of all, there was so much disorganized chit-chat in the beginning that I could barely even sit through it. And I'm like, why would I expect anyone else to sit through that? And then I was on a paratransit bus with the air conditioning on, and I could barely be heard because I don't really like to talk loudly when I'm in the car with people, you know, or in the bus or whatever with people. So, as you all know, I'm sure if you've watched any of my previous vlogs when I was out and about, which are most of my vlogs really, you know that I do talk quietly when I'm in the vehicle. And I was speaking so quietly, and that air conditioning was so loud that I couldn't be heard. And I was like, okay, no one's gonna like this video. You know, and why would you put up a dud of a video? I mean, I just didn't. I deleted it, and we'll see what this vlog turns into, but you're certainly not watching what I had made before, because it's just not adequate. It's just not fit to be posted. And like I said, I just outright deleted it, so. Oh my god. I'm listening to the news. Just, oh gosh, some of the stuff that happens in this world is just, some of the stuff that people do, people say, just outrageous. More and more, this election is going to be about not so much who we want, but who we don't want, I have a feeling. I mean, let's face it, that's how I'm voting. Not based on who I want, but almost who I don't want. I mean, I'm not sure I really want either of them, but overwhelmingly, unspeakably, I do not want certain one of them. And so I'm going to vote for the other just because it's not a vote for the one that I don't want. Because, I mean, you know, if you have the ability if you're 18 or older and you're a U.S. citizen, and are there any other criteria? I think those are the main criteria. If you meet those qualifications, you are allowed to vote. You register, you vote. If you are like me and you don't really want either one of them, but you, above all, you don't want one over the other, it's like you don't want either of them, but you want one even less than the other, maybe vote for the other, just because not voting at all is almost like voting for the one that you with all your heart you just do not want to see in the White House. Good job, Michelle. You did exactly what we needed you to do. I really hope Frank's out of here. Talking about Big Brother. Frank and Bridget are on the block, and Michelle just won the power of veto and didn't use it. So Frank's still on the block, and hopefully he'll be out of here on come tomorrow. Tomorrow night. Tomorrow night is probably when this vlog's gonna go up, because we're only at like 5 minutes and something, and I don't expect anything else to happen tonight. And I don't think I'm gonna do, well, I'm gonna be out and about tomorrow, but I don't know if I'm gonna live vlog any of it, or live vlog. If I'm gonna vlog, well, yeah, live vlog, whatever you call it. I don't know if I'm gonna do it for any of it, because, well, unless maybe I put the camera in my pocket and record from the microphone that is the earphones or something. Because I've got a couple of errands to run. Well, one main errand to run. Okay, I might as well explain. My Apple Watch / iPhone 6 combination thing has died again. This iPhone 6 just needs to be freaking either taken apart and a part replaced, or the whole thing needs to be replaced, or something. And I'm finally going to the Apple Store and getting that done. And I'm not taking the lift to the Apple Store, because that particular Apple Store, I think I've talked to you about this in previous vlogs.
Selected.
You can't... What am I doing?
Screen lock.
You can't... There's issues with the lift in that particular Apple Store, and I cannot deal with that. So the point is, somebody is driving me there, and that's how I'm getting there. Now, this someone, like everybody else in my life, almost everybody else in my life, the only exception is my kind of shopping buddy, doesn't know that I do this vlogging thing, and I'm not gonna vlog. I'm not gonna get in his car, ride in the passenger seat, he's right next to me, I'm sitting here vlogging, being blind and, once again, not being able to see or adjust the picture. I can't guarantee that his face, or anyone else's face for that matter, is not in my videos, and that's why I vlog as little as I do. So, with that in mind, I don't know what tomorrow's vlog's going to look like, but we'll find out then. And with that said, I'm going to call tonight's part of the vlog over. Before I call it a night, I want to give a shout out to the two latest vloggers, or vlogging families, I guess, that I have discovered. Baby Bunch and Blended with Special Needs. Cool videos, you guys. And especially with Baby Bunch, I saw in her latest vlog, or, well, I think it's her latest, I'm pretty sure it was today's vlog. She said, you know, we're not a very big YouTuber, we're not a very big YouTube channel, so when we see like 20 or more views, it's just really awesome. I'm going, I hear you, girlfriend. I'm not even there. So I woke up and took care of some business over the phone. Went back to sleep. Now here it is, 11:20.
11:27 a.m.
He's gonna be here pretty soon to take me to where I need to go. And like I said, I'm not gonna be vlogging much. I'm not sure what the rest of this day is gonna be like, because I don't think I'm gonna be vlogging much when I'm out and about because of the circumstances. I explained that earlier. And then, unless I, like, get someone else to take me somewhere else or something, I don't know that I'm going to be going anywhere else. So, this may be the most boring vlog in the world, because it might just be done here at home. Which, I guess there are plenty of daily vlogs that happen at home, but of course now I'm 15 minutes away from going to the Apple Store, or going to the area of the Apple Store to run another errand and then going to the Apple Store so that I can get this watch the life breathed back into it. It had the life breathed back into it. It's working now. Of course, well, the question of the hour, I guess, is will it last the hour until I get it over there? But I still want to talk to them about this iPhone 6 and tell them I don't know if it's going to suddenly decide that it's going to work and let us go into internet and everything as soon as I get to the Apple Store or not. But I'm just going to take it anyway. And even if it does, I'm just going to tell them, look, this thing's, I don't know if they'll take my word for it, but this thing has been just an annoying piece of unreliable machinery since I've gotten it. And I want it exchanged or overhauled, or if you don't believe me, then take it. Can I trade it in for something? Or I just... And I don't even want it as a gateway to my Apple Watch if it's going to be unreliable. But of course now, you know, now the watch is working after I tried the first night, or like 2 nights ago, to make it work, and it wouldn't. It's like the car that you take to the mechanic. I started up, it makes this horrible noise. You gotta hear this and then figure out what's causing it. Then the mechanic starts it up. What noise? It's purring like a kitten. Well, you were doing it a couple of seconds ago. Come on. Make a lying ass out of me. Yeah, well. It's not that it's making a liar out of you. It's that it's just being silly. It's like, even though it doesn't have a brain, because after all, it's a machine. It's like it knows that you're testing it, and it's like, I'm gonna act perfect now. I'll list off everything that I want to talk to the Apple Store people about, and I don't know if I'll have time to get to it all or if I'll remember it all, but I'm thinking, first and foremost, maybe just level with them. Tell them that this Apple Watch, first of all, it was totally dead for the longest time. And then I guess I just let it sit for 24 hours, and I guess it must have recalibrated itself, or whatever was wrong, it kind of came back to life on its own. But at the heart of that is an iPhone 6 that I don't trust, and can it either be fixed, or maybe even better, traded in for an iPhone SE, if they'll take it as a trade-in, when I believe there's something wrong with it. Or something. I don't know. I want to be rid of this iPhone 6, or I want it replaced with a machine that they know I'll be able to trust. That's one thing. Another is I'm going to make going to the Apple store with this is one last ditch effort. The one last ditch effort I'm going to make to get this 74 gig iPod to sound like this 32 gig one does. There's no reason why this one should sound like almost like one of these GoPros or Canons or Olympuses or whatever a lot of people use. Well, the other one sounds like a webcam, like you can hear the digital kind of digital noises in the background. Again, I guess it takes a trained ear to spot it, or an ear that's kind of fine-tuned to that kind of thing. Of course, there might be people who would comment down below and say, yeah, it may take a trained ear to spot it, but it doesn't take a trained eye to spot it. Yes, your videos suck, but they suck worse when you use that thing. I mean, I don't know that for sure, but, I mean, it might be. Anyway, the point is, there are two iPods. The only difference is I got one in, what, June or July of 2015, and the other in April of 2016. That's the only difference. That and it's double the gigabytes. I don't think either one of those factors should be a reason why. Hopefully those will melt by the time I need to drink them. Neither one of those should be a reason why the 64 gig won't. I don't know if there's a setting that needs to be changed or what, but nobody at Simply Mac can figure it out. So I'm going to take it to Apple. If they can't even figure it out, then I'm not going to try anymore. And I'll still use it, but I think I know what I'll use it for. Either way, I think I know what I'll use it for. Well, I don't know. If we can get it making recordings that sound like this one, I might use that for vlogs, maybe, because, frankly, I'll be told probably a lot less often, you gotta clear this out before you can record anything. This is full of stuff that needs to be deleted or something. You gotta make more space on this before you can record. But it's about probably pairing this watch to my iPhone 5, which, speaking of which, it should really be in my pocket, not wherever it is. It's about repairing the Apple Watch to something that I can actually trust and getting it off of that. Hopefully getting rid of this iPhone 6 or having it overhauled or something, and getting the other iPod to sound like this one if possible. One more try. I guess I can do this. Let's steal a second here and say that. Unless they can just tell me, here's what the problem is, go into settings and change this. We're not going to be able to deal with the iPod thing today, dang it. I don't think I brought it. I can't believe I did that. I should have put it into my backpack the second I was done with it last night instead of putting it on the charger, because what happens is I put these things on the charger and then I don't spend enough time thinking about what I'm doing to be sure that I brought what I needed to bring. And yes, I know I'm covering the camera on purpose. I believe I explained why earlier. You're lucky you're getting this. Well, at least I can deal with my pride not and my joy not. This damn iPhone 6. I probably should have come about 5 incidents ago to the Apple store and gotten this figured out. They're trying to get to the bottom of it right now. He's admitting it could be a hardware issue. It could, I mean, you know, I'm not saying Simply Mac doesn't know what they're doing, but apparently they're limited in what they can do. I should have gone to the Apple store a long time ago, but it's because of my transportation problems, and you know, it became a problem when the door-to-door paratransit stopped being willing to come to the door of this place and pick people up and drop people off. At that point, it became, well, I can't come here anymore. And this is the closest Apple store. Although, I guess I could dedicate it, whatever. It worked out this time. Hopefully, I'm about to either get a new device or have them say, okay, here's what the problem's been all these months, and here's what it would take to get it fixed. You know, actually, it sounds like he may just say, we'll swap it out, and I kind of hope they do, because I am so done with this particular device. I'm just, So, we finally got done in the Apple store. Came to McDonald's, had lunch. It finally happened today. What has been needing to happen for like 10 months finally happened today. The Apple store guy ran some diagnostics, did whatever it took to get to the bottom of it, and said, it's a hardware problem on the phone. We'll swap it out and give you a new one. Okay. That was worth the trouble. I finally had someone say, you're right, the problem is with the phone, and let's swap it out and give you a new one. Now, I would have liked maybe to get another iPhone SE or something, but when you swap something out, you've got to get the exact same things, you know, same model, same carrier, you know. The only difference between the piece of shit you're swapping it out with and the one that you're walking out of the store with is the one that you're walking out of the store with actually works. So now I'm faced with a decision. Do I keep using this as my vlogging camera? Do I use this, the iPhone 6, that actually works now from what we understand? You know, I think it might take a while for me to trust this new iPhone 6. Not because it did anything wrong, but because I've had something that wasn't working for so long. You know, and it's the same thing with people, too. In the past, well, since October, I've had a new vocational rehab counselor. And she and I, what would have been worse than losing my job and having to deal with my former voc rehab counselor trying to get a new one? I wish my former voc rehab counselor all the best, because she retired. And that's just who I am. I don't want, anything, no matter what the person might have done, that might have affected me in one way or another. I wouldn't have wanted Of course, I wouldn't want anything bad to happen to anyone, but that woman and I did not get along well. Let's just put it that way. And it took me a while to trust even my new one. Again, not because she had done anything wrong, but because she was, coming in the wake of this person that hadn't worked well. I mean, now that I have lost my job, my relatively new voc rehab counselor, the one that I have now, has brought in this person that, they're both speaking my language. They're both saying, let's carve out a job. You don't think that the kind of job that you want is out there. Well, let's talk to potential employers about about job carving, about making a job where there might ordinarily not be a job. I didn't have that so much in my last voc rehab counselor situation. My therapist had to kind of advocate for that. In this case, my voc rehab counselor and the job developer she called in are already looking at it that way, and that's awesome. And in this case, right now, this new iPhone 6 is a gateway to my Apple Watch. I know it's got the potential to be so much more. I mean, it could be my outright phone if I wanted it to be. It could be a vlogging camera. It could be just anything any other iDevice could be. But I guess I'm just not used to the idea of having an iPhone 6 that actually works as well as an iPhone 6 is supposed to work. Because I didn't have that. I got a defective phone the first time around, I guess, and it took us forever to figure that out. Probably because I dealt with Simply Mac versus the Apple Store so much, trying to get it resolved, and apparently, for some reason, the Apple Store could figure out what Simply Mac couldn't. Well, if there was an Apple Store, there's a mall like right nearby my place, and I'm not exactly a regular mall shopper, because I don't really have anyone to go with, and my ability to, it's just too much trouble for me to try to find my own way around a mall. And it's not anyone's job in the mall to make sure that a person gets to where they need to be. So even though I don't go to the really local mall all that much, if there was an Apple Store in it, maybe I would go to the Apple Store a little more often. But anyway, now I've got a decision to make. Do I have this as my vlogging camera? Do I use this as just kind of a video watching app where I watch like YouTube and those types of things, video streaming things? What do I use for what purpose? Which one of these iDevices do I use for what purpose? I pretty much made up my mind that this iPhone SE is going to be my phone. I just like carrying around the smaller screen more. And with that in mind, it makes sense that I should probably have this as the vlogging camera. But again, this is the one that has less gigabytes. And of course the iPod that I wanted to get maybe the settings changed for, of course I left it here. And honestly, the amount of trouble that it takes to go to the Apple Store, asking the person to take me, having that person who, honestly, I think has issues with walking, or, yeah, I think, it worked out, but asking him to drive me there, park, which involves parking, I guess, a ways away, walking me through the, across who knows how many streets trying to get to where we're going. It's just... And then asking him to wait around while I... Admittedly, I'm sure it would take less time to change a few settings than to... I can call Apple. I can call them on the phone. I can say, do you know, here's the situation. If I open the settings app, would you talk me through what needs to be changed? If they can help me, fine. If they can't, I may just revive my Life Beyond Blindness channel using that iPod. It leaves something to be desired in terms of sound, but I've certainly heard worse videos, and frankly, just for those videos, I think it does okay. So I guess I've just got to decide, what is this going to be? Always at the ready vlogging camera or streaming, TV streaming, video streaming device. It could be both for all it matters, but anyway, that's a decision that I can make. Okay, it looks like I don't know if I probably have an older copy of iMovie and I'm not used to this new app layout. I think what I'm going to do is try vlogging tomorrow for my iPhone and just seeing what it's like and making a decision. Do I want to use that layout or do I want to use this one? I think this one is easier, but I think I could learn that one. So unless there's some significant reason why it's worse or harder or whatever, I'll probably go ahead and use that one just because, frankly, it's the perfect marriage of good mic, good setting, good quality, and perfect amount of space. Yes. I've been on the phone the whole time I've been watching Big Brother. It's what happens when friends talk late into the night. But now my friend had to take care of something real quick, and I've been kind of listening to what he had to say and kind of listening to Big Brother, kind of half listening. And I can say Frank is evicted, which is what I've been wanting to see happen for weeks now. Not even a... Let's face it, I think the only vote he had would have been his girlfriend Bridget, but yet she couldn't vote because she was on the block up next to him. Let's face it, I don't think Bridget was going anywhere next to Frank. The whole house wanted his derriere doorward. Okay, it is time to end this vlog. I hope you have liked what you've seen, and I hope you'll like and subscribe, and I will see you for the next video. Probably recorded on my iPhone 6. I'm just going to give it a try. Well, give it a try. Well, I am. I'm going to give it a try, see what I have a decision to make. Do I want to use this iPod or the iPhone 6 that presumably works a lot better than the piece of crap I got rid of today? Bye.